Hello, hi everyone. Good evening. Hi. Hello, hi everyone. Good evening. We'll be starting the section. Just let's wait for others to join. Hi. Good evening, everyone, once again. So today we will be going to discuss about the track 3. So let's present the screen and wait for others to join. So I hope we can start the section. So today we will be going to discuss the track 3 arena and what are the things you need to note down while you are participating in the track 3. And this is the day 4 of our boot camp. Make sure that you all are already filled up the Google Forms, and tomorrow will be going to be the last day. So in Codeavour track 3, Codeavour is the Robo Soccer challenge. Codeavour track 3 is the Robo Soccer challenge, where the kids can create the robot that will be able to play the soccer game. So, definitely in the actual soccer also, in the football also, there are a few set of rules we need to follow. So here in the Robo Soccer game also, there will be a few set of rules. So today's section, let's see what are the important things we need to keep it in our mind while we are creating the robot, as well as while we are working on the coding part. Okay, so we'll be going to have a deep look into it. It's me, Rohini here. So if you are having any doubt in between the section, you can just put it over there in the chat window. We'll be going to discuss it. So, whatever this year's theme is Tech for a Healthier Tomorrow. So, whatever track you are participating in, track 1, track 2, or track 3, sorry, in track 1 or 2, you need to create or you need to somehow related to this topic, tech for Healthier Tomorrow, especially in the case of track 1, while you are creating the robot, the innovation and entrepreneurship category, while you are creating it, make sure that your robot is able to tackle or is able to complete or communicate with the real life problems and providing some solutions for it. So you can work on various projects. We already discussed about the track 1 and track 2. Today we'll have a look at the track 3. For the track 3, the guidelines you need to follow is, again, there are three age groups provided: elementary, junior, and senior. Make sure that the age 7 to 10 is coming in between elementary, and 11 to 14 is coming in junior, 15 to 18 is coming in senior category. Then coming to the team size. So in the case of other two, like the track 1 and track 2, they can have the students 1 to 3 in a particular team and one mentor as well. But coming to the case of track 3, it is mandatory to have at least 2 students per team. So the team strength will be 2 to 3 students per team and one mentor. We'll be also having more than 100 prizes in our Codeavour competition. Also, we'll be providing the mentorship program worth more than $25,000. And this year, we also will be providing some special awards like Girls in STEM Award, Out of the Box Idea Award, and Wellbeing Innovation Award. And also for the schools, we'll be also providing the School Excellence Award. So let's start with the Robo Soccer game. So, in your point of view, just imagine what are the things you need to cover up while you are conducting this game or while you are participating in this game. So, there will be very much similarities in between the actual football as well as the robo soccer. There will be two set of teams, the two court will be there, and in half time will be provided. And instead of playing humans, here we'll be going to use the robot. So you can make your robot which will be able to complete the Robo Soccer game. So what are the tricks and tips you need to keep it in your mind while you are creating the robot? We'll be going to discuss it soon in the upcoming slides. So why Robo Soccer game? So this we are implementing this Robo Soccer first in this particular year. This is the new one, the Robo Soccer game. So what we are trying to implement is learning should be fun, right? So the kids are learning many things related to the robotics and AI currently. So how we can implement that knowledge in a fun way? So here we provided this track and arenas where the kids will be able to create the robot. They are going to build it, they are going to code it. Once those part is done, they'll be also able to play with it. So it will be more fun for them to work on this activity as well. So here in this Robo Soccer game, they can code it. Once the coding is done, they'll be able to test it. They can make sure that whether this particular part they connected or whether this particular mechanism they added to their robot is working perfectly, whether it's helping their robot or is this causing any issues. If the issues are coming up, what we need to do for rectifying that particular issue. So let's see what are the things or what are the mechanism they can implement, and once we test it, we can also fail, we can also rebuild it. So let's make this process more fun. So from playing ground to programming part, they need to have a clear picture strategy, as well as they need to design your robot. Once the designing part is done, they need to code it. They need to make some actions in the ground as well. So the strategy over here is very much important. We'll have a deep look at in upcoming slides, but still, every day we see it in our real football game, right? Every team will be having different time of formations. Every team will be having these kind of rules to follow the ball and everything. Same here, we can also plan different strategies, which will be able to help us win at the end of the game. So while you are going to know more about the Robo Soccer game, we need to understand what are the arenas. What is the arena we are using and what are the things will be coming in the arena part. So in this arena, we are having this 8 by 4 feet arena. Inside that arena, our playing arena will be, or the playing area will be coming 6.5 feet to 3.6 feet. And we are also providing this boundary walls around the track, so we can make sure that the ball is stays within the court itself. Then also we need to create our robot in a particular type of dimensions. Let's have a look at it. So this one is the arena. Here you can see it. We are having two sides. This court is having one D box here. So this is marked as C, and you can note it over here is it is the D box. So this particular box is known as D box, and this is the center line. Here we are having the center dot in the middle where we are going to place our ball during the game. And also we are having this penalty line over here. So we mainly have four things to keep it in our mind with arena. We are having this center line in the middle. Then there is a center dot. Here we are having this penalty line. And also here we are having this D box. So inside the D box, we are going to place our robot. So each team will have two robots. They can keep it on these two boxes inside the D box. So this is how the team needs to stand. As I mentioned earlier, the team size can be 2 to 3. If only two students, they can stand it over here. Or if there is any third student, they can stand on these corners in opposite direction. Then coming to how we can build our soccer game or the robot one by one. So here we need to have some hardware part. We need to have the code. We need to have some mechanism that will be able to control the movement of the ball, and we need to have specified tips and tests to improve our robots as well. So robots rule. So while you are making the robot, the dimensions or the size should be coming 20, 20 and 15. So the height should be 15, under 15. Then the length and breadth should be coming in 20 centimeters. And also there is one weight limitation. Here the weight should be coming under 800 grams, including all the parts you connected. Like your whole robot should come under the weight of 800, including the battery and other attachments. Then also you can use the battery up to 9 volt, and if you wanted to have some backup batteries as well, keep it with you so we can avoid the rush and everything. And also make sure that you are connecting or you are coding your robot in a wireless way. And also while creating your robot, don't add any sharp or pointy edges. So it's going to affect the opponent's robot structure, or if some way it's going to damage the opponent's robot, you will be going to be disqualified from your game. So keep this in your mind. Don't add any sharp or edgy points in your robot. Then what are the steps we need to keep it in our mind while starting the robot design? So for example, we need to have the motors, right? Definitely the robot should be a mobile robot. So for that action, we required motors. So you can use the bio motors, or else if you wanted to use any other motors, up to your wish, you can use it. And we need to have a battery under the 9 volt category. Then also we need to use the microcontrollers. It's up to your wish. If you wanted to use any other compatible microcontroller with pictoblocks, you can use it, but make sure that you are coding by using the pictoblocks. So here you cannot just use the quirky, you can use other microcontrollers as well, but it should be compatible with the pictoblocks. Then you need to have the chassis body where you are going to place all your components, like motors, then the microcontrollers, other sensors if you wanted to integrate, or any other mechanism part you wanted to connect. It should be connected with the chassis. Then you need to add the wheels to the motors. And if you wanted to add any other mechanisms like any claw movements or any push movements, you can have that 3D printed version or something. So you need to connect it as well. Or if you wanted to make or change your robot more cooler, you can add light sensors, any other sound system or any other advanced mechanism. But make sure that it's coming under the weight limitation 800 grams, as well as it doesn't have any sharp or pointy edges. So let's understand what we need to achieve in this particular game. So you can make the movements by using different wheels. So if you wanted to use for a two-wheel robot, you can have it. For if you wanted to make it more stable, you can convert into four-wheel robot. Or else if you want to use omni wheels, you can use it. And also if you wanted to make it a defensive type of robot, you can have a six-wheel and more weight into it. And also you need to keep this in your mind. You need to able to balance the robot weight. So if your robot is too lightweight, maybe the opponent can easily tackle you. So always keep this in your mind. You need to have a well balanced weight on your robot, and place your all electronics part safely, because we are going to have this competition, like somewhere we are going to hit our opponent. So make sure your robot is not having any issues or any loose connection at that time. And also what are the different type of robot you can create. For example, here there is no category like you can only make this type of the one you see it in the picture. That is not required. You can create your robot up to your imagination. If you wanted one robot needs to be striker and other one is defensive robot, you can have it. Like the striker will be more fast and strong, meanwhile the defender robot will be more heavy and strong. Like it will be able to cover up the goal from the opponents and everything. So it's up to your wish, you can decide it. Or else if you wanted to create a all-rounder robot, that is also possible. And if you wanted to add any more advanced version of mechanism, you can also add it. We'll see what are the different mechanism you can have it on your boat. in upcoming slides. So always needs to remember while you are creating your models or while you are testing your robots, make sure the size is coming under this category 20, 20 and 15, as well as the weight should be under the category of maximum 800. So what are the different type of materials you can use it over here? So if you wanted to use MDF chases, you can have it, or else if you wanted to use any 3D printed materials, you can use it. Lego materials is also compactable, plastic parts and metal construction parts. Those are listed over here. You can use it, but make sure that there is no edgy or dangerous points or parts into your robot that will be able to affect the opponent's robot. And for the design structure, you can place your battery neatly. You can place your wires and everything neatly inside your robot itself. So we can also avoid that issues in while the game playing the game, as well as also make sure you are tightening the screws and butts very well to avoid any kind of negligence. Then the next one is battery power. I already mentioned it. You can use the maximum voltage under 9 volts. And also if you wanted to connect between like quirky extension and quirky, you can have it. And you can use the DC to DC converter modules, but make sure that it is also coming under the 9-volt category. You can't use it like with 12-volt batteries or anything. Then the board, I already mentioned this one as well. Like you can use Arduino, microbit or ESP based microcontrollers, but still it should be compatible with the pick-up blocks. Then the mechanism parts. If you're having any doubt so far, you can post it in the chat window. I'll have a look at it. Please let me know if you're having any queries. Any queries? Okay, good to go. If you're having any queries, just post it in the chat window. I'll read it. You can't hold the ball while playing it. Make sure your claw is coming only the 1 by 3 size of the ball. So the ball size will be 7 centimeter. So the claw should only come the size of 1 by 3 of that particular ball. The ball should be free falling during the game. Your robot can't hold the ball. It can push it, the robot can push it, but it can't hold the ball. That is violating the game. So if you want to know more about these rules and regulations in detail, you can also visit our website codeavour.org. Over there you will be able to get the rule book and everything. So the detailed explanation with pictures and everything also provided in there. So you can have a deep look at it later as well. No, you can't hold the ball. Okay, so for the game, one team can actually build up to 3 robots. 2 robots should be playing the game, and you can have a substitute robot. That is completely optional. The third number of robot, it's completely optional, but it is mandatory to have 2 robots with the team. So in total, there will be 4 robots playing the game. So the dates, as of now, the regionals dates are not completely fixed. So once we finalize the dates, we'll be sharing it with you soon. And for the international, the dates are fixed. It will be happening in May 16th and 17th in 2026. Yes, sir. The dates as of now, it's not fixed. We'll be letting you know. You can follow us in the official pages in Instagram or LinkedIn. You'll be able to get more details from there, as well as we'll be sharing the details with you in the WhatsApp groups as well. It's up to your wish. I'll show you few mechanism right now, so you will be able to get more details from there. Let me just go back to the presentation. So here you can see that few mechanisms are placed. So if you wanted to create a claw built within the chase's body, you can build it. Or else if you wanted to add the claw extra, you can add it over here. For example, in this picture, the chases is separated as well as the claw is also separated. So if you wanted to connect it with the screws, you can have it. So this claw size will be coming 1/3 the size of the ball. It should not hold the ball during the game. While you're creating the claw, make sure that it doesn't have that rule to hold the ball during the game. It can only pull or push it. So over here you can see some advanced version as well for the shooter robot and the clicker robot. I'll show you in the pictures. So here in the first robot, this one is just a basic robot with a claw. So you can create it with the picto blocks and the quirky. I added the quirky as well as the quirky extension board, and I connected it with the battery. I created a space for battery here, and I only have this claw here. So I need to control, in the coding, you can code it in a way that you will be able to control it by using the wireless connection. So if you wanted to use the Dabble software, you can use it. Or else if you wanted to control it by using the sprites in the pictoblocks, that also works. So here also in this robot, the claw movements are there, but the entire body is coming along with the claw. So here we are externally connecting the claw, but in these pictures, the claw is coming along with the body. So all these are 3D printed robot. If you wanted to create the 3D printer version, you can also create it. And if you wanted to use the MDF one, you can also have that. And if you having the plastic chases, that also works. So over here, they are showing few advanced version of robots. So here we only have the claw. Here in this second robot, I added the cam mechanism. Cam mechanism means controlling it by using the computer aided mechanism. For example, I added some gears over there, and I'm controlling the flip. Here you can see that there is a pushing action, so that is controlled by this rotating gears. So if you wanted to make it that way, that also works. Or else if you wanted to add a servo motor here, that also works. So servo will be able to tackle the same action. So this particular mechanism is cam, whereas here it is done by servo motor. So here I added two set of servos, so that is flipping the ball here. So you can see it over here in the picture. The claw is barely touching the ball. So it don't have that much space to completely hold it. It should be something. While you are making your robot, the measurement should be coming just like this, the 1/3 of the ball. So this one is the shooter robot with the cam technology. Again, we are controlling the movement by using these gears connected. So it is just continuously rotating. Either you can use the servo motors, or else you can simply use this cam technology, cam mechanisms as well. Here also the claw is connected with a shooter. So it is pushing the ball. So it will be help you to push the ball. Here also it is the same. Here we are using a servo again, that is going to kick the ball. So this particular robot is made by Lego parts. So you can see that again these components are connected. If you wanted to integrate the servo, you can integrate it, or else if you wanted to integrate the cam technology, you can also integrate the mechanism. This is one is a mini kicker robot. So we only using one set of servo here. If you wanted to make it more stable, the part, you can have the spider kind of, sorry, scissor kind of mechanism. Again, it's connected with the servo motor. Now you can notice that all the robot we saw so far was four-wheel robots, right? So if you wanted to create a defensive robot that will be more stable and strong, you can have a six-wheel robot here. So here it is six-wheel robot. It also have this flipper mechanism. If your robot is coming under the weight, you can also add this flipper thing. Then again here you can see one gear integrated servo mechanism. On this I connected the servo part. Servo is the one controlling the movement, but still the power is enhanced by the gears. So it will be more strong compared to the normal servo. So it's also connected with the gears. And here we have the last one. This one is fully closed defensive robot. So you can see the space. The entire robot is covered with the 3D printed part. So it will be more usable for the defensive mechanisms. So it up to your imagination and up to your strategy. You can make some variations and some changes in your robot that will be able to help you during the game to win. See, so this particular robot is completely closed. Even with the extra part, you can cover it. But make sure that you'll be able to take the batteries and the entire part outside while during the inspection before or prior to the game. So make sure the batteries are in a very easable place. You need to change it, and you can't completely cover your robot. There will be some inspection prior to the game. Then you need to open it as well. So you can make it as a removable part. Any doubt so far? Let me just go to the chat box. If you're having any doubts or any queries, just post it over there. The ball should be free falling, like it should be moving independently. You can push it, but you can't hold during the game. Like in case of the Robo Soccer, we'll be sorry. In the case of actual football, we'll be holding the robot ball by using the legs, right? But here you can't hold it. You can only push it to control the directions and everything. You can use a 360-degree servo or for 180-degree servo, or it's up to your wish what kind of part you need to use. The catching is not allowed. Like you can't catch the robot because the close sides should be coming like the 1/3 of the ball. So you are not allowed to catch the ball or hold it. So there will be some walls around the arena. So we'll be making sure that the balls are staying inside the arena itself, the track itself. But if somehow anybody is kicking, like in the shooting robot, if somehow you kicked the ball but it went outside, it will be going to consider as the foul because the ball should be on the ground and it should be free falling. Yeah. While during playing the game, the robot can't hold it. It can control its direction. Just like we are playing the football, we can use our legs to control the ball, but we don't have the rule here to hold the ball by using the robot. Okay, so just like the actual football, here also we'll be having rules and regulations. Fouls will be the in the football we'll have this red card and yellow card. Just like this, here also what will happen if we crash the two opponents robot, or if we crash with the opponent, what are the things we need to keep it in our mind. So the rules and regulation I'll be explaining just now. Okay, so if the defender tries to defend the goal post, that is also we'll be going to consider as the foul. So I'll explain it in the upcoming slides. Okay, the size of the robot should be 20, 20, and 15. So length and breadth should be 20, 20, and the height should be 15. Okay, so the goalpost size is mentioned over here in the PPT. Just let me just confirm it. Okay, the goalpost width is 40 centimeter, 25 centimeter height, and 20 centimeter depth. The goalpost size is 40 centimeter, 25 centimeter, and 20 centimeter depth. I hope it's clear right now. So let's move to the next part, testing and practice. So, as per the regulations, you need to follow, and the referee will be there for the inspections and everything. So, once you completed your robot, make sure that every rules and regulations is obeyed from the our end. So because if you're somehow coming overweight, or if your robot have some kind of malfunction or some edgy points, for example, just simple example, it going to affect your participation in the game. So there will be a inspection prior to the game, so make sure that every rules and regulations are completed or covered by your robot, nothing is violated. So, how will be the match flow? So here in the actual robot, here the timing will be first half 2 minutes, then there will be a break for 1 minute, and later the second half will be again 2 minutes. So then after it, the result will be announced. So in total, the timing will be 5 minutes, 2 minutes first half, 2 minutes second half, and 1 minute break in between. So next we mentioned about the fouls, right? So here also we are having this red card and yellow card, and for every foul you robot going to get one yellow card. If one yellow card turns to be if one yellow card is turning to four yellow cards, you will get one red card as well. So keep this in your mind. The red and yellow cards are also available here in this Robo Soccer League. So if you are committing any kind of fouls, it's going to affect with one yellow. Once you get four yellows continuously, you are going to get one red card. At that case, you need to remove one active robot from your arena and place it for the rest of the half. So it won't be if we are committed one red card during the first half, you need to remove one robot from the arena and take it outside, keep it there during the entire half. Once the break is done, you can play it with once again. But for the entire half, it's going to be placed outside. And it is mandatory to have at least two robots. Then what are the fouls and cards coming up, and how the penalty would be looking like? For example, the referee will be the one who is making all the final decisions. So if somehow uh, if you are violating anything, like once the game is about to start, without referees allow without the referee's permission, if you are going to touch your robot with the hands, it's going to get minus 12 points for you. So this game won't be just depending on the number of goals. This game will be going to conclude it by counting the points. So not just the goals, here the number of penalties, number of the fouls, everything will be counted. So make sure that you are not committing any fouls unwantedly. For example, if you are touching your robot with bare hands of without the referee's permission, you are going to get minus 12 points. And if your robot or if the player is starting the game without the whistle, like the whistle is not there yet, but your robot is made some movements from the deep box, you are going to get a foul start or the false start. At that time, your minus 4 points will be reduced. Again, if you are trying to move your robot during the pose. So I'll explain what is reset and pose. So we are having this reset and pose in our game. So if any kind of foul or anything is committed on the spot, the referee will be going to whistle the pose. So at that time, for example, I'm in a team, you guys are in another team. I done some foul against you. I tried to attack your robot. Then the referee called a foul. At that time, we all need to freeze our robot. We don't have the permission to move our robot during the freeze or the post time. If you are changing or if you are making any movements to your robot during the post time, it's going to get you another foul. So we already had one foul. For example, I attacked your robot and we had this foul there. In between that, referee called the pause. So we need to place our robot in that same place itself. We don't have the permission to change it. If somehow you are changing it or if somehow you are making some movements at that time, you are again going to get minus 4 points. So that is what this moving during the pause meant. So apart from the hand touch, every other fouls will be minus 4 points if you carry the ball for more than 3 seconds. Already I mentioned we don't have the permission to hold the ball within the robot itself because you need to make that claw movement like that. If somehow your robot is carrying the ball for more than 3 seconds, again going to be considered as foul. So minus 4 points will be reduced and the referee will call a pause. Once the pose is called, you are not allowed to move your robot, and during that pose, the referee going to take the ball from that place and again going back to the center line, center dot, the ball will be placed, but the robot doesn't have the permission to move. So during the reset, everybody can take their robot and put it back to the D box, like they can control it by using their remote. But during the post, they don't have the permission to change or place it back to the D box. It should be placed in that same place itself. It should be frozen. The robot should be frozen, but the referee will be going to take the ball from that area and going to place it in the center line. Okay. Then the goal camping. So someone mentioned it. What will happen if somebody is going to place their defensive robot in the goal post itself? So that is also not allowed. Once the whistle is started, they need to make some movements, or if they are trying to goal camp for more than 5 seconds, again it going to be whistled as foul. So again 4 points will be reduced. Then what will happen if your shooter or kicker robot flip the ball outside the arena? Like there are some walls placed on around the arena, so the chances are very less. But still, if you are kicking the ball outside the arena, again 4 points will be reduced. And if you are closing the opponent side's box, if you are trying to stay in opponent side's box, it's again going to cost the minus 4 points. And any kind of severe misconduct, like any kind of try to damage the opponent's boat or any kind of verbal abuse or something like that, you're going to be directly disqualified from the game. Any doubts on these fouls? If you're having any doubts or any queries, put it in the chat box. Yes. So now you will be getting a vague, rough idea about the fouls and cards. So if you wanted to get to know more about these fouls or cards, you can directly go to our official website and just go to the track 3 section. You will be able to download the rules and regulations from there. So for further and detailed reference, you can refer it. And whoever is going to make the robot, you should definitely read the rules and regulations very truly. Then only you will be able to cover up all the important points. The total time for that entire game is 2 minutes for the first half and 2 minutes for the second half, and a 1 minute break in between. So in total it will be 5 minutes. So during this time, if you wanted to score multiple goals, that can be done. So once the A team scored a goal, the referee going to whistle a reset. So everyone will go back to the D boxes and will start the game once again. So that's what happens once a goal is scored. And also, once a goal is scored, the team will get 10 points. It will be a soccer game, and the kids are going to play it with their own robot which they created by themselves. So it's much more fun. Okay, so the point will be just like this. Once the team scored a goal, they will get 10 points, and once they make any kind of fouls, they will their points will be reduced by 4. Most of the fouls, only one foul will be reduced by 12 points, that is the hand touch. So once you placed your ball in the arena, you are not allowed to touch your boat. If you, somehow you are touching it without the referee's permission, it's going to affect your points and it will be reduced by 12. No, that won't be also applicable if somehow you are trying to attack it and if the referee feels like it's going to be affecting the opponent's robot, the referee will be going to whistle the foul and pause. No, you can't merge two boards and it's going to affect the opponent's robot. If somehow it got damaged during the game, you will be it will be going to affect your participation as well. So make sure you are playing a fair and good match. Yes, we'll go to the time is 2 minutes in first half, 2 minutes in second half, 1 minute break. You can switch the halves as well during the break. Okay, so let's go to the next slide. See, this is the demonstration of a goal. Let me just play it one more time so you can have a look at it. So, as I already mentioned, you will get 10 points while you scored a one goal, but it should be entirely entering the goal post. If the ball is on the line, it won't be considered as a goal. Your ball should be completely entering the arena. That is mandatory. So, while you are playing, make sure that the ball is completely entering the goal post. So, these are some glimpses about the track 3. And if you wanted to know more about it, as I mentioned earlier, you can refer the official website as well, the codeavour.org. And here I am placing one QR code in front of you. Just scan it by using your camera and just let us know the feedback of this bootcamp. So it will be helping us to improve the next section as well. Just take it a screenshot, then you can scan it by using your cameras as well. And share your thoughts over there. And if you have any more doubts on this particular one, please let me know. We'll be going to discuss it. If you are making the humanoid robot, the size should be coming under the category. So the dimension will be 20, 20, and 50. The 15 will be the height. So you can't entirely make one humanoid robot. The size should be, sorry, the height should be considered. So the height dimension is 15 centimeters. Yes, you can make up to three robots. So not just one, you can create up to three robots. Yes, that three number of robot is completely optional. It is mandatory to have two robot, but if you feel like something is missing, or if you wanted to have a substitute robot, you can have it. Keep it over the in during the half, like first half or the break. You can change the robot as well. That also works. So you can up to make three robot, but there should be at least two robots and two-person in a team. Yes, you can make it a humanoid robot, but the issue will be coming the height. So the height should be under 15 centimeters. So you can't make a humanoid under that. It will be very lightweight. So try to make a four-wheel or two-wheel robot. Four-wheel will be more stable, or if you wanted to add a omni wheels, that also works. You can also create a six-wheel robot as well. Any other doubts? If you're having any other doubts, please let me know. You can create one attacking robot and one defensive robot. Then, if you wanted to create one more, you can have it, but you can only change it or make the substitution during the break. Any other doubts? Yes, you need to create the robots, and for the coding part, you can code by using the pictoblocks. It is mandatory to use the pictoblocks, and you're going to use wireless technology to connect it. Either you can connect it by using the Bluetooth and Dabble software. You can download it in your mobile phones. It will be available in the Google Play Store as well as the App Store. You can download it from there, and you can add the extension Dabble in Pictoblocks and do the coding. Or else, if you wanted to use uh, sprites in the Pictoblocks to control the movement of robot, you can also do it. That also works. Yes, if you're having three robot, like you already or in the prior to the game, there will be one inspection. During that time, you need to submit all of your robot, like all three. Then, once everything get the permission or allowed from the referees end, then only you will be able to participate. Yes, at the same time, one team can only have two robots on the field. Yes, at the same time, in for example, in the first half, you can only place two robots. That two robots should be placed on the D box. Let me just show you the arena once again. So this is our arena. Over here, you are going to place your first robot, and here you can place your second robot. This measurement is 20 by 20. So the robot should be stays inside the box itself. If the robot is touching your line, place it inside. So always need to keep your robot inside the box. So this entire box is known as the D box, and over here in these small boxes you can place your robots. And this is the penalty line, and this is the center line, this is the center dot. And regarding the penalty, penalty won't come with the fouls. It will be only occurs in the dead end games. Like you need to, for example, the semi-final or the final, you need a winner, right? So only on those matches the penalty will be occurred. Any other doubts? Please let me know if you're having any doubts. Please let me know in the chat box. Yes, we can pass the ball. That's where we can utilize the kicker and other mechanisms by using the servo motors or the cam mechanism as well. You need to use the picto blocks for the coding part. Yes, you can pass it, but as I mentioned earlier, the kicker mechanism will be there, but you can't hold the ball. If you are holding it for more than 3 to 4 seconds, it will be going to consider as the foul. The robot should have the wheels to make the movements. If you're having any other doubts, just post it over there, or else we'll be going to wrap up today's section. Tomorrow, we are going to discuss more about the ambassador program, and some stories will be shared. So make sure that you all are joining for the tomorrow's section as well. Tomorrow is the last day, so we will be providing the certifications and everything. No, there won't be any goalkeeper. So in this particular Robo Soccer game, there is no goalkeeper. So during the penalty also, there won't be any goalkeeper. The penalty will be considered. The opponent can or the penalty shooter can take the ball from the center dot, and they can only travel until the penalty point. Like this penalty line marked over here in the arena, they can travel until here. Apart from that line, if the robot is moving, it will be going to consider as the foul, and the ball should enter the goal post. Then only it will be considered as the goal or the penalty is won. You can't join both the robots. That is not permitted because it's going to somehow affect or make any damages to the opponent's robot, will be going to directly disqualify from the game. So make sure that we are playing with fair and good game. Yes, tomorrow our special guest will be joining with us for the meet. So make sure everyone is joining. Any more doubts? Okay, so I'll just wrap it up today's section. I hope no more doubts. For you want, if you wanted to know more about everything, you can follow us in the Instagram and YouTube. More details and more videos on the Codeavour section will be shared in the YouTube as well as Instagram. So you can just take a snap over here. Let me just present the entire screen. Okay, so you can just take a snap from here and scan it in the camera or the Google Lens. So you'll be able to get the links. So thank you everyone. Thank you for today's section. Happy to see you tomorrow. Thank you everyone. Thank you for your time. Good day.